all your shit down first, and then you dump that. And that's not even a full one. See that? Now we got to take it. Well, there's oil right there if you want to clean the pan.
Where's the roller pan?
Oh, shit. I don't know. It's an old 30-gallon water heater right there. I kind of modified it a little bit. Here we go. We got a match. That'll get her going. Here in a little while, this whole thing's gonna be glowing red. Yeah, she might need a little bit more. We'll wait and see. Yeah, if you've got a hot water heater, a gas-fired hot water heater, inside all that nice outside packaging, inside of all that, you get a tank just like this. And a little bit of modifications and a little bit of welding, It's on and cooking now. Although we don't cook with this thing, we use it for outdoor fireplace. This works great if you're like in a suburban area, or maybe in a neighborhood or something like that, because it contains the fire and it gets nice and hot, and you don't have the neighbors calling the fire department on you. Hola, Dios. It's pretty cold here. It's getting ready to snow, it feels like. Let me give you a little sample here. That is the cold stuff coming over the top of that mountain. There's snow on the top of the mountain. Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. It's already cold. It's probably lower 40s right now, and being what time it is, it's going to get down into the 30s. So we're going to have snow tonight. Hey Tanner, how you doing? Oh, my day is wonderful. As long as I can get a fire going, it's beautiful. How's your day? Good. All right. Yeah, in case you missed it, this is an old 30-gallon water heater, a gas-fired water heater, and a little bit of welding, a little bit of modifications here and there. I've created a wonderful, wonderful fireplace. This thing, when I really load it up and get her going, the whole thing glows red, all except for about the top 8 inches of it. So imagine a bright red glowing vessel, when it's dark. Imagine how much heat that puts off. You can't get within 10 feet of this thing once it gets going. I just now lit this one, so it's on its way to get going here pretty soon. Got to cut a hole that's big enough to fit your smaller pieces in the top, like so. And you can perpetually load this thing until, well, it runs out of room. We're burning a combination of softwood and hardwood, which would be like your pines and firs for the softwood. Hardwood's going to be your mainly eucalyptus. That's pretty darn hardwood. But you throw the softwoods in there to help burn the hardwood, because unless you've got like the really proper equipment, your hardwood won't burn by itself. It's very difficult. You got a nice little sizable chunk right here. Get in there. Oh. I totally dislike that. It's extremely nice in the cold. And I'm always careful. I really wish people wouldn't call me when I'm doing this kind of stuff. Likewise, Tanner. Hey, have a good one, man. So we got Yoni O Mio. I wonder what that is. Yoni O Mio. I'm sure that's a foreign language translated to something else. But okay. Yo, what's up? Yoni O Mio. If I'm screwing it up, I apologize. I don't mean to butcher anybody's names. There we go. She'll smoke for a little bit. So I'm gonna back you guys up a little bit here. I gotta show you something. If you look at all the smoke that's coming out of the top of that thing, what that really is unburnt fuel. That smoke is actually fuel because fire doesn't burn things. Fire actually burns off the gases that things put off when you heat them up. It's kind of difficult to explain. So if we take a little bit of heat and we add it to that smoke, heat, that's hot. It's not as dramatic, you can't really see it, but here, so what we'll do here, let's do it this way. So we see all this smoke coming, and it's a line of smoke. Add a little bit of heat, and the smoke disappears. That's unburnt fuel. It's just the fireplace isn't hot enough yet to ignite that unburnt fuel. So it's just kind of smoking, and there's actually quite a bit of energy that's being wasted at the moment. It's like if you have like a dish or something full of gasoline, and you can get down to where that gasoline is eye level, you can look across the top of it, and you ignite that gas. The liquid itself isn't burning. There's no flame on top of that liquid, but the vapors that are coming off of that liquid is what ignites, and that's pretty much the same principle here. There's a lot of gas that's being created by the high heat, and those gases, that's what becomes explosive sometimes. That's when you get your what do they call that? Not necessarily the backdraft, but the flashover. You know, when everything just gets to that certain temperature and it all ignites. Those are firefighting terms. And backdrafts, they're a little more rare than the flashover. You're guaranteed to have a flashover no matter what. I mean, if you're in a closed room, or if you have a closed room is what I should say. Things are going to heat up, and then eventually everything is just going to ignite all at once because the gases have accumulated, and they're at that temperature where poof. And flashover is very, very dangerous. It happens way more often than a backdraft. Backdrafts are, they do happen, but not nearly as much. I was kind of hoping to see something a little bit darker, being a little bit later in the day. That way you guys can see this whole thing glow. It's a 30-gallon water heater. I'm 5'6", so here's a height comparison. And I've got legs welded on the bottom of it. And it's nasty. Ooh. Yeah, that's a lot of dark smoke right there. So let's give it some more flame. People want to see fire. Here you go. Here's some fire. 2,000 degrees propane. Runs off a big old propane tank. There's no smoke when I put some heat up there. Because I'm burning off all that excess fuel. That's fuel right there that's just going to waste. That's one of the benefits of living out in the middle of nowhere. You get to kind of do shit like this. People in the city, I've lived in the city all my life, but people in the city, you try this kind of stuff, not only they're calling the cops on you, they're calling the loony bin too, because they think you're crazy for doing stuff like this. Alright, I think it's time for some more fuel. Let's add some more pieces. Oh, come on. Here we go. There's a nice little addition. This stuff's pretty well termited out and all messed up. But she'll burn. Let's just stick her right on in. Oops. There we go. Ooh, smoke in the eyes. We'll give her a minute of this. This thing's termited out. I mean, I'm surprised it's even staying in one piece. See? Look at that. That big old log just busted like that. Let me get that pounded in there real quick. God, where'd you find this termite piece, man? Like there's no weight to it. God, look at all that fuel right there. Check this out. Here we go. Long thin branches that we can stuff them down here so the fire goes up and it lights as fuel. Those are all green. So what I'm going to do here is I'm making a pathway for the fire, because the fire is mainly down here. I'm going to make a little pathway for the fire to start climbing up this, and it'll start burning this fuel, this unburnt fuel, the wasted fuel. It will become a smokeless fire here pretty soon. But you gotta have that little extra oomph. And you just kind of, basically, you make a ladder for the fire, basically. The fire's got to climb up a little bit. And this will become a smokeless fire here real soon. Ooh, the front of my pants are hot. Burning my legs. See all that unburned fuel right there, Bob? Oh, really? All right, we'll give that a second. I shouldn't need to help it. Man, look at the smoke on that thing. That's all wasted fuel right there. Yeah, that stuff is green. The wood's green right there. it's smoking so bad too. Well, let me go find some dry wood. One of these times. Come on, baby. I think I found it in time. 6 o'clock in the evenings. Good time for a fire video. Well, it's 6. It's 9 o'clock back east. Probably when a lot of people might be going to sleep. Maybe some people want to see fire. Hey, y'all hit number 1 if you want to see more fire. Because that's my channel. I'm based on fire right here. I got 42 people in the room right now and only 3 likes, man. Hit the likes. If you want to see fire, push number 1, man. I want to see a number 1 up there. Let me know that you're interested in fire, because I do have other fire videos already on my channel. One with a car safety, a ice chest. Go check that thing out, man. I'm telling you, you'd be surprised on how well things held up. And there's a little bit of F words and stuff in there, so it's not necessarily user friendly, or work safe, I should say. Not safe for work. But I've learned to clean up my act a little bit, and not so many F words and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, check it out, man. Car seat versus an ice chest. My commentary was quite comedy. Well, nobody's hit the number 1 yet. That's all right. It's just, well, it's not too often you see somebody burning stuff on YouTube. They don't understand me. That's all right.
There's no pyros out there?
I know there's other pyros out there. They're just closet pyros.
Oh, that's the good kind.
Yeah, well, yeah. You don't know until that one day they break out and they just burn down half the city. No, that's not my interest here. I don't endorse fire that harms anything or anybody or any property, unless of course it's your own. And if you can contain the fire to your own property and you want to burn it down, more power to you. You just burn it all down. If they can contain it, keep it to themselves, then it's fine. Burn it all down. Now, when they get onto their neighbor's property or whatever, that's a problem. Oh yeah. I had like 48 people in the room right there. They want fire, man. They want fire, but they're afraid to show the likes because they might get branded like, well, I'm an arsonist or something. It's all good, man. It's all good. What I'll do is I'm in the process of making another heater like this. This is a hot water heater, a 30-gallon hot water heater. And I'm in the process of helping a good friend of mine along, and we're gonna build another one of these. And what I'd like to do, I'm gonna do a breakdown on how we did it. And I'll post that video as well. It's kind of already halfway along, but I can explain it good enough to where it'll make sense to you, because it's not like you just take a hot water heater and put some legs on it and do this. No, there's a few steps that's involved, and once you get done with that, you too could also have one of these.
Well, tell me the reason why we're doing it.
Well, yeah, there's a big thing here because we're in the high desert of California, and in the high desert, we have 40, 50, sometimes 60-degree temperature swings. In other words, it'll be 80 degrees one day, but that night it'll go down to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Everything is in Fahrenheit. And, well, that 20-degree Fahrenheit will wipe out any type of fruit trees, or it wipes out a lot of vegetation. Just like this last year, what happened last year at about this time, we had, everything was nice and warm, and the days were warm, but we had this week-long frost that came along, and it decimated our entire orchard. The orchard was done. We had no apples, no peaches, no apricots, no cherries, no nothing, because it was nice and warm for a period of time, and then what happened was this frost came along, and that screwed off all the blooms, just like that. And it only took a day or two for that to happen. So our main goal here is, what we're really trying to do is create something. And I know that it's out there commercially. You can go buy the commercial equipment, but we're low budget here. So we want to be able to create some sort of a heat source to where when we know that frost is coming again, we can actually set these by the trees or in the area of the trees and actually have them survive that frost, because that one frost is all it takes. And it wipes out your entire year of fruit and all those other good things. So, that, when you're kind of dependent on yourself and you're growing stuff for yourself, and you want to be able to be self-sufficient, not have to go to the store and buy Biden's high-priced stuff. Um, you got to grow it on your own and figure it out. And when you lose, then you really lose. Not only do you lose the time and energy and effort and water to get the stuff growing during the summer, well, when that winter comes around and it gets too cold, you lose your next year's crop right along with it. And it's kind of disheartening at times. It really is. Yeah, see, it's just too green, dude. It's all green. Fucking, it won't even snap. Excuse the French. Man, that's a lot of unburnt fuel right there, though. I think I need to put a couple more holes in the bottom of this thing. Or better yet, let's just open it up. Open. There we go. Well, that didn't really do much.
It will.
But I got that big piece of sap in there too. That's not helping. Might as well just shut that. There we go. Man, look at that dark smoke coming out of that thing. That's unburnt fuel. You hear the ding, for whom the bell's toll. Oh. That, don't you? Smokeless. Now.
Now, it'll stay on fire like that for a while.
Yeah, that's burning. That's actually burning quite a bit right there, burning off some of that smoke. But, and again, the smoke is unburnt fuel. You know what? I'll probably set that up inside for the.
You sure you got the right bag? No fucking shit. Well, I'm glad I told him to throw the rest of it in there. Yeah, there's 2 pounds wouldn't have been enough.
Yeah, they drop that in. The dogs are gonna get that. Throw that shit in the fire. Right at the top there. There you go. Yeah, you got to burn your stuff around here because we got our security system will go around and knock it over and eat it and make a mess. That's it, huh? Really? No fucking rules, dude.
We're done getting work.
Oh yeah, here we go. So the whole reason for lighting the fire at this early in the afternoon. So let's do a little about here. Dun, 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 dun. That's ominous. Snow is coming. We are at about what? It's 3,500 here, 4,000. Yeah, about 3,500 to 4,000. And here's one of my pride and joys. She's not exactly mine, but I do ride the hell out of her. She broke my leg by the way. 1981 Honda CT110. She's a beast. She's having some shifting troubles, and I've got the gasket kit to take her apart and figure out what's going on. But you don't see these on the road anymore. You really don't. It's nice.
2025 models.
Yeah, your 2025 models are junk. You don't get them like this anymore. 1981. Beautiful. But that there is supposed to be 3.5 pounds of meat. And that's crazy. Bob, I swear to, are you sure something didn't leak out somewhere? There's no way, dude. Wow. Well, that's dinner, by the way. And we cook outdoors on the cooker here. And again, this is a custom modified thing too. They drop a like once in a while. Yeah, it's just for wood. And yes, it is a water heater. Mr. Microwave asked the question, is that a water heater? Hey, Mr. Microwave, I appreciate that you're here. Yeah. Yes, it is an old water heater, that custom modifications. This isn't, but this here's one of those, I don't know. You can't do that, Bob. You can't do this. So here, let me show you the bare bones. So what this is like one of those, I don't know, turkey cookers thingies, but it had really long legs. And so I stole it from my brother, and I went and I modified it, and I cut the legs down. Remember how tall it was?
Yeah, that's right. And he confiscated it back, didn't I?
Well, I gave it to you, but no, it had really long legs on it, and it was too hard to transport. So I just cut the legs off, and I made them a lot shorter, and I put them back on. But what I found, and I've even done a custom burner modification in there to where the stuff that drips off of whatever you're cooking doesn't drip down onto the flame directly. So I put the little disc in there. And then, when the wind blows, like the wind blows all the time here, I created, and believe it or not, this is the skin of that water heater that you see on fire right now. This is the skin from that water heater. I just kind of brought it around and made it fit around this thing as a shroud. You gotta cut a little slot in there for the hose. That way, you could use this in all wind and all applications. It's really a nice thing. And then you got what was supposed to be 3 pounds of meat. I still can't believe that. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. So anyway, that's that. And outdoor sink that's not hooked up to anything. This is the old stuff. This stuff you don't see anymore. This is all steel cabinet, and this is like antique stuff.
Where's the grill?
The grill over here. Look. Which one do you want? Do you want the heavy one, or do you want? Well, do you want the heavy one? Which is what you want, because the small one is kind of small. Here, hold on. This is the heavy grill that happens to fit. Now you want, here, stick a pan or something on there, or dust it off, whatever.
Yeah.
And don't use the smiley face scrubby thing. Do not use those on your hot flames. Still will Scotch-Brite. So let's go back over to the fire. This is the subject of the video. Hey guys, hit the like. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free, and it helps get my videos out, because if you're interested in anything that what I'm showing you, chances are there's other people, and the only way the other people get to see this stuff is if I get some likes. I'm not demanding or anything like that. Do it as you wish, but please hit the like button. Again, it's free to you. I promise I won't spam you or anything like that because I don't know who hits the likes anyway. But yeah, let's have a few more likes. I had 45 people in the room just a little bit ago, and only 3 likes still. It's fire. Who doesn't like fire? I am what you call.
Victims don't like fire.
That's not nice, Bob. The Palisades thing, that's a joke, and that's bad
It's not
government.
a joke. That's a serious thing.
No, I'm talking about it's a joke the way that
Yeah,
yeah, let's drain the reservoirs and leave them out for a year and then start a fire. That wasn't cool, man. Gavin Newscum. New Newscum. Gavin Newscum. Yeah, he really screwed those people over. And that's where I'm at. I'm in the high desert of California. And if you were to draw a straight line from where I'm at to where the fires were, you got about 60 miles. A straight line. Now if you were to drive along the roads, you'd probably take you more like 150 miles, but and we got to sit and watch, the smoke and the sunsets every day here, and just knowing that people lost their lives, their houses, their family fortunes, all of that stuff. It's all gone, dude. But let's not get into politics. Is that good?
Yeah.
Got my buddy over here eating fajitas. Yeah, that's right, bro. Get on in. Get on in on it. I would definitely say, we had the fire that came up over the hill over here last year.
Line fire.
It was either the line or the Vista. No, it was the Vista fire. I think it was the Vista fire. And I set the phone up on the house, and I was recording. I didn't get near as many views as what I'm getting here. I'm holding, 25, 30 viewers consistently, and I appreciate you guys. I really do. Again, hit the like button. There's much more torching to come along, trust me. Now that I've held this many people for this long, you guys want fire? Oh, we're going to do some fire. And it's all, all in fun and a little bit science. I'll explain what I know about it. I don't know a whole lot, but I just know that, fire, it cleanses the soul. It really does. If you've had a bad day at work, there's nothing better than to come home at night, throw a few logs in the fireplace and light them up and sit there and just watch it. Forget about watching the news. Forget about watching all the mainstream media and all the other political, forget all that. Just sit in front of the fire and focus on the fire, and all of your problems of that day will go away. It really will. Now, what you dream of going into that fire, well, that's a different story. But let's just concentrate on burning burnable stuff that's legal, and it's mesmerizing. There's a therapeutic value that's with fire, and it's true. See, man didn't invent fire. Fire has always been around. Man learned how to control fire, and that's the big thing. And when I say man, I'm going to go back to Neanderthal and the caveman, and even before that. They'd have the lightning strike. They would come down once in a while and spark a tree on fire, and they kind of tripped on it and wondered, wow, well, I don't know what they wondered, but over time, just like everything else, we evolved and we learned how to basically control it. And I guess a couple 100,000 years later, we learned how to actually create fire. But yeah, that's something that we as upright standing human beings, I believe you call them bipedal or Homo erectus. Forget the name Homo, but Homo erectus. Actually, the whole word sounds kind of sexual, but no, the Homo erectus, we learned how to control it. And we learned that, cooking food, you could have a carcass laying out in a ditch somewhere, and it's only going to last a day or two before it's going to make you sick. But if you take and you cook that food, you can make it last a couple days longer. Or even better yet, if you've learned how to dry the food, you can have it last for months. Why do you think beef jerky doesn't really have an expiration date on it? They put it on all the stuff you buy in the store, but if you make your own beef jerky, that stuff's good for years. It really is. You don't have to put all those names that you can't pronounce into it. Proper beef jerky done properly at home without all the crap put into it will last for years. It will. Yes, it may be dried like sawdust, but it's still edible and you won't get sick. That's a fact. That's a fact. And in fact, the new Department of Homeland Health or Department of Health or whatever, that guy, Kennedy, yeah, Kennedy, he's busting a lot of. Well, he's not busting, but he's putting stuff out there. And you know, there's a chain called Steak and Shake. They're kind of rare where I'm at. In fact, I don't even know any Steak and Shakes
Yeah,
here.
there's one here.
Okay, so there's a Steak and Shake here. There's also one in Las Vegas that I found a couple weeks ago. They themselves are changing over from the seed oil, you know, like safflower and sunflower and corn. They're changing over from that, and they're going to more of a beef. I don't know how they say it, something like that. It's a much more healthier oil to deep fry your French fries in, and they are bomb. The one in Vegas, they already made that transition, and the French fry difference is bomb, dude. I'm telling you. But the problem is in America, you know, high fructose corn syrup, right there. Look on every label you have. I guarantee you, there's just about 8 out of 10 labels you see high fructose corn syrup. That's causing our number 2 diabetes. That's causing our fat people. And I'm not talking down to fat people because look, I'm not skinny myself. I'm very obese as well. But it's one of those things that cause you to crave more things, and not only that, the oil itself is, or the syrup itself is, it's bad. It makes you, it's messed up. It really is. So any of you Trump haters out there, just I encourage you to please get off the CNBC, get off the NBC, get off the CBS, and go watch the actual news conferences themselves. Don't look to other people that claim that they're attorneys and claim that they're this and they're that, because they're full of shit. Everybody's just trying to make a dime off of Trump's haters, and every time you watch one of them videos, you're feeding the hate. Why don't you actually stop what you're doing? I'm only speak to those that watch all these other side shows. Stop doing that and go actually just watch the news, the actual press conference itself. Look at Trump's lips move to the words that he's speaking. Look at the press secretary's lips move to what she's saying. Don't take some interpretation from somebody else, because the way it stands is we're losing all of our Medicaid, Medicare, Medi-Cal. That's all gone. Social Security's gone. Elon Musk is raiding everything, and it's all gone. Stop watching that shit. Because, you know, actually, it's true. There's a study on this. The more you watch that crap, the more you tend to believe it. And it's not true. The guy's been in office for 52 days. 52 days, okay? Yeah, you're not going to see the instant drop in gas prices. You're not going to, you know, it took time for that stuff to jack up and get going. And yeah, he's taking stuff out on Canada, and he's taking stuff out on Mexico. Well, you know what? I bet you half of you people that's watching this, you know somebody who's died on fentanyl. That's the big deal right there. They either control their fentanyl that comes into the United States, or they're getting taxed. They're getting taxed, you know, and when they get tired of paying that high dollar, guess what? They'll stand up and they'll put their armies up to the border, and they'll stop the stuff from coming in. It's not up to us to catch everything. It's up to them to prevent it to coming in. It really is. It really is. That's the bottom line. So anyway, enough of the politics. And hit that like button, man. I only got 3 likes in here. I got, look, 333. I got the 33 people, 3 likes. It doesn't cost you anything. I'm not some right-wing, you know, conspiracy theorist. I believe in just the honest truth. Let's just all get down to let's be real. You know, there's a problem, and it's not all about, you know, those that line their pockets. I'm just talking about there's a problem in America that we all suffer. We all face this. It's all about, you know, and I say we all because I can honestly say that every one of you, I'll say every one of you in this room is all about, you know, somebody who's suffering, somebody that's somewhere, somebody that hasn't been done right. Give it a chance. It'll come. It'll come. There, I just dropped 13 viewers right there because you're all fucking Biden lovers. That's all right. You go ahead and love Biden. So what? Those that see the truth will see the truth. Those that are led by the lies will be led by the lies. That's all. I appreciate you guys. So hey, Tanner, you're back. Are you still here? I'm sorry, I got off on a rant, and I promised I wouldn't talk about politics, but I'll tell you what. If you guys go to my channel, I got a good one for you. Honestly, this is for all of you here. And I'm sharing this with just you. Go to my channel. In the video section, somewhere in the videos, you're going to see the KCAL 9 News, actual Southern California news channel, major CBS. It's a CBS station. KCAL 9 News interview. Check me out. That's me. I made that interview happen. It's all about Jack in the Box and how they're screwing people. Just take 6 minutes of your life. That's all. I think that's all the video is 6 minutes. Take 6 minutes of your life, and I'm actually on the Channel 9 News, which is a CBS station, and I have an interview about Jack in the Box and the way that they're screwing people. The KCAL 9 News interview. That's what it is. On my channel, it's there. It's publicly available. I encourage you. And the person you see talking to that camera, that's me. I'm standing up for all of us. And I'll give you the gist of it. Let's say a combo meal. This is just like a brief synopsis of the whole thing. The combo meal. So let's say you go to your favorite burger joint or whatever, and you order, let's just say, just a hamburger. Okay, well, they're automatically going to push, well, you want a fries and drink with that. Yeah, sure, no problem. I'll take the fries and drink. And they'll charge you X amount of money for it. Okay. Well, at Jack in the Box, what's going on is, if you go in and look at their menu, you'll see all the, just like the burger price, and then they'll have the combo price. And they'll have, let's say, the Jumbo Jack combo, and they'll have like the Sourdough Jack combo. The Jumbo Jack combo, to upgrade to the combo, is like from $5 to $8. And then the Sourdough Jack will be from $6 to $8. Why do I have to pay $1 more for the same fries and drink? I implore you, and I encourage you to please just go look up, because the news media, this is one time they were on my side, they did a very, very in-depth study about that. And they came out to my house, and they ran an interview. They drove a good hour and a half from their studios to my house out here in the desert. And look on my channel, look for the KCAL 9 News interview, and you'll see the video. You'll be shocked. You'll be surprised. You really will. In fact, I'm going to plug that. Again, go ahead and go to my channel and look up the KCAL 9 News interview. I'm very certain that I left it public, and it's in a playlist somewhere. I don't know how to navigate the YouTube stuff, but you guys know what's going on. And you'll see me. That's me on the couch talking to the lady. And she was hot, by the way. Yeah, they sent 2 vehicles. They had she came out in her own personal vehicle, and then right behind her you had the news van. Not the big old news van with the big letters on the side. No, it was a plain white van. You'd never know what it was. And this guy, he broke out like a $45,000 camera, and he set it up in the front room, and we had the interview. And I put my best out there at the moment, and I'll tell you what, it's something you definitely want to check out. I'm actually proud of myself. Those that know me, and those that are around me and have my phone number and stuff, they immediately called me. They're like, dude, did you know you were on the news? And I said, yeah, I knew I was on the news. I didn't know when they would broadcast it. I missed the actual broadcast. Hell yeah. Check it out. The KCAL 9 News interview on my channel. That's me. Busting Jack in the Box in the balls. That's how it works, Because, we're all getting screwed. Look at eggs. Go to the store and buy yourself a dozen eggs and tell me if you don't notice a difference. It's real, dude. It's real. You know why? I'm not getting political. Because Joe Biden ordered the death of, I don't know, well over 1 million chickens or 100,000 chickens, whatever. He ordered because they were afraid of some flu, like bird flu or something. It's just like the black mold. I've worked in construction all of my life. All of my working career, I've been in construction. And I'll be honest with you. The mold that people are complaining about that are making them sick is the same mold that's been around for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. But I'll tell you what makes us all susceptible to that mold. What makes us susceptible is the diet that we eat. And look, there's a lot of stuff in the United States that's banned in other countries. The high fructose corn syrup, they don't allow that anywhere. That's why you can go down to your local, let's say, what do you want to call it? I don't know how to say it. Your local Mexican store, and you buy yourself a glass bottle of that Mexican Coke. It's got the white label on it. You know it's Mexican Coke because it has that white label on it. What's it made with? What's the ingredients? Cane sugar. Because they banned the high fructose corn syrup. They honestly did. We're about the only country that has it. And there's so many ingredients that America has that's banned in across the world. Basically, it's banned. And you know what? We wonder why. 2 out of 3 kids are obese. 2 out of 3 kids are pre-diabetic. 3 out of 4 adults are obese. And the number's even bigger. Go ahead and go grab your favorite meal or grab your favorite item out of your cabinet. Just somewhere. Just shut your eyes and just stick your hand out there. The first thing you touch, grab it. There are ingredients on that list you can't pronounce. Okay? And even bigger so, just because you can't, well, most likely because you can't pronounce them. And I'm the same way. I can't pronounce most of the stuff either. You don't even know why it's there. Why is it there? It doesn't have to be there. Whatever happened to the good old home growing and stuff like that? You talk. There's interviews on the internet where people, when they grew up back in the 50s, 40s, stuff like that. Yeah, they're still alive. 50s and 40s. You didn't have all this stuff. You didn't have all that stuff, and they're still alive today. But yet, our life expectancy. I'm Gen X. But these Gen Z, millennials, and beyond, their life expectancy, they're expected to die before their parents. That's the trend. That's the rate it's going. And it's all because of what America has allowed to do to the public. If you listen to Kennedy's speech, he'll say straight up. In fact, he was sitting at a Steak and Shake with Hannity, Sean Hannity. We are poisoning ourselves. We're the guinea pigs. Nobody appreciates this. Nobody respects us. Look at what we're doing. We're killing our own people based on this shortcuts that we want to take and whatever else. You know, the thing is a lot of people will say, well, it costs more money to have organic. Organic, I think that's a farce too, to be honest with you. Organic means that they haven't sprayed their crops with anything in the last, 30 days or 60 days of its growing, which means all throughout the rest of the growing season they were spraying and putting in stuff. It's a big farce, you know. But you know what? It's all going to come to light. I'll say that myself. I'm 51 years old. I'm not going to see the benefits of it, but I know that my future generations, my children and my grandchildren, I don't have any great-grandchildren yet, fortunately, and they're all going to see the benefits of it. That's all. So anyway, yeah, we're back here with the 30-gallon water heater. This is a water heater that I've custom converted. I gutted it, and like I said, I'm in the process of making another one with a good friend of mine, and we're going to, I'm going to walk you through step by step how to make your own outdoor fireplace that is it's number one, it's safe. Number two, it's very effective. I don't have any coals in the bottom at night or when I go to bed and I wake up the next morning because I just leave this thing burn. It burns all by itself. You don't have to tend to this thing at all. It burns all night by itself. When I wake up, it's nothing but pure ashes in the morning. Nothing is left burning. It's totally safe. The wind could blow it over and it's still safe. Your neighbors aren't going to call the cops unless you smoke them out. Smoke them out with the fire sense, that is. And yeah, I'll have a step-by-step diagram on how to make one of these. It's coming. But I do appreciate y'all, hanging out here. But I tell you what, we're still sitting at 3 likes. Can I get a couple more? Just I don't know. If I promise you like a hot fudge sundae tomorrow, even though I can't fulfill it, I'll be honest with you. If I promise you a hot fudge sundae with a cherry on top, could you afford a like for me? It really doesn't cost anything. But it helps me get this out. And if you guys are hanging out and watching this, if you like it, there's more people that like it. And the only way more people will know about it is if I get those likes and get these numbers up a little bit. Again, it doesn't cost anything. I appreciate it. I don't have a whole lot to give, but I'll tell you what, these people that are in my chat right now, I'm going to go sub to their channels immediately. I'm going to sub to them. Whether or not they sub to me, it doesn't matter. But if your name is in this chat, I will sub to you, and that will get you another sub. And you know what? Who knows? I'm just trying to grow like everybody else. I want to be like that angry man. I don't want to be like Mr. Beast because, well, he's got a lot of legal troubles and problems himself. But imagine what people make on this stuff, you know. And I'm not trying to get there. But a little bump on the paycheck, you know. I get my weekly paycheck from where I work. I'm an electrician. But a little bump on the paycheck, hey, that helps, you know. And all that does is it puts more money back into our economy, which makes us strong, which makes us, you know, a little bit. And if you just think, well, I'm only one person and I can only do so much and nobody listens to me, that's not true, because you become part of the collective. And the collective, that's where it counts, is when you and everybody else that might think like you, and I'm not talking about you specifically, I'm just saying others that think like that, when they decide, okay, yeah, I'm going to give this guy a shot, guess what? All of our numbers go up. Not only here on this YouTube, but they go up in the wallet. They go up in the bank accounts, you know. I love everybody. I don't believe in all this other, you know, political division crap. It's all good. Oh boy. I'm live, by the way. Just if you don't want your voice heard, don't say nothing. If you don't want to be seen, you've been out of the camera, so good. Just saying.
Right on.
Well, you know, you got to let people know, yeah. Because look. You see where it's pointed to?
Yeah.
I didn't see you come around the corner.
Okay.
But if you don't want to be heard or seen,
I'm okay. I'm cool.
Okay.
Good.
It's all good. Then we got Nelly Belly here.
You already know your rates will go up,
Huh?
right?
Yeah. Well, you know, I respect privacy, not only my own but everybody else's too. You know, yeah, that's another thing. You know, if people don't want to be seen or heard, then leave them out. But if they come walk into your camera and they say hi, well, then they deserve to be on film. That's okay. It's okay. So I got 1/5 of my security system here sitting next to me, and if you give me a second, I'll introduce you here. Hold on. Shit. All right, y'all, hang tight for a second. I gotta go. I gotta give some pointers here on how to do a particular task. Bitch, it's hot. Oh yeah. There you go. There's some fire for you. Hey. What? Oh, what are you doing out here today? The first thing I would do, I'd go in there and I'd take the trap out of there. The trap, the part that goes in the U-shape.
Right.
Take that out. This is what you need to get up under behind your sink.
Oh.
There's a tool.
Okay.
I was like, this is going to be impossible.
One's tightening and one's loosening. So
Okay.
you stick it up there. This will be your loosening side right there.
Uh-huh.
You stick around the, string
Okay.
around the neck.
Okay.
But get rid of the and unscrew the thing from the sink itself too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And stay to your left. That way you'll stay out of camera. Unless you want to be in the camera. Yeah, just giving a quick little plumbing tutorial. Well, then we got Blue. Here's the second fifth of the security system here. Well, come here, boy. Come on. Right here. Come right here. Come on. There you go. Good Blue. Blue. He's a husky. There you go. A little bit of fried chicken. That's Smelly Belly Nelly. Hey, Smelly Belly. Yeah. There you go. Full German Shepherd. Yeah, that's Smelly Belly. Oh, and here's Bo Jealous. Oh, you be nice. Nice. Knock it off. Bo Jealous. Yeah. So that's 3/5 of our security system. Nothing gets by these dogs. Nothing. The Bo jealous again. And my Smelly Belly Nelly. Smelly Belly Nelly, she's the only female on the property. Everything's been fixed. So they ain't all trying to like hump each other all the time. But there we go. That's the Bo Jealous. Yeah. And the reason I call him Bo Jealous, because if there's somebody else getting loving, he's got to get in on that loving. Every time. What? Oh, what? Oh, you're learning, huh? Got the Smelly Belly. Got the Smelly Belly, didn't you? Yes, it is. Oh, yes. Oh. Like got my girl. They're Blue. This is my dog. My dog, Blue. Oh. That's blue balls, blue chip, blue eyes. There you are. Oh. All right. Hey, be nice. Be nice. There's a total of 5 dogs out here, and I'll tell you what, security system. Wow, so we've been on for an hour and 5 minutes, and I appreciate you guys. Hey, hit the like. Oh boy, here we go. Hey Fox, how you doing? Wow, this is one of my longtime subscribers here. Don't burn yourself, princess. Does a good boy scent of the doggy? Oh, I'm one of the dogs? Okay, that's fair. You got it spelled backward. I'm God. It's God. That's my good girl. That my. Hey, screw the camera. Knock it off. Good to see you, Fox. So, y'all out there, just hit a like. Doesn't cost anything. I got a good fire going. Introduce all y'all to my dogs. That's the blue. The blue. My name is Blue the Hooker. I still got my set of balls. Well, I had a dozen chickens and I ate them all. If I could blame stepsister, oh, that slutty looking hound. Well, I could distract my master and go for a second round. Oh, yeah. That's my blue blue. Blue, 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 where are you? Hell yeah. Blue found us. Here's the funny thing. You know, there's actually a side story that's attached to this, but we were up in the hills here, up in the high desert, and it was late at night. I would say it was about 2:30 in the morning. We were getting ready to make a move and everything, and all of a sudden here come this animal from the darkness, and so I put the flashlight on him, and when my brother saw it, he said, "That's a coyote. That's a coyote." And I said, "That's not a fucking coyote. That's not a freaking coyote." And so what happened was I said, "Bob, that's a husky." And so the husky, well, he hung around with us till sunlight. And when sunlight came around, he kind of drifted off and like he left as he appeared. You know, he appeared suddenly and he kind of left suddenly. Well, later on in the afternoon, we were all back at the camp. Here come Blue again, but something had happened. I think he got hit by a car or something, but he had like a hip problem at that point where he was only walking on three legs, and it was a big deal. But we've kept him around and kind of nursed him, but we'd set him free. You know, in other words, we wouldn't tie him up and or put him in a cage or anything. We just kind of left him outside, but he was always there the next morning when we'd wake up. So Blue kind of found us, and I guess he's been hanging out ever since. You know, but you know, there's a side story to that, and I don't want to get into that really at this point, but there was a great loss that went along with the great gain, and yeah, you'd probably be on my channel if I told you how it really went down. But let's just say my brother had we already had a dog at the time, and that dog was super aggressive, and we just could not get the aggressiveness out of that dog. And well, we ultimately had to put the dog down because he was just biting everybody, and it was sad. That was the worst day of my life. I would never ever want to live that again. And Blue does have balls, by the way. Come here, boy. Oh, he's playing tug of war with his girl. Come here, boy. Come on. Come here. No, you ain't coming. That's balls right there. You asked for it. Yeah, he's still got a set of balls. And that was one of the things, you know, now that I'm at where I'm at, where, you know, I'm assisting some elderly friends of mine that I've known for 20 plus years. That was one of their requirements because all of their dogs are fixed. They had four of these large sized dogs. And well, I've got a large sized dog too, but they said, well, you got to cut his balls off. You got to fix them. And so that's why the song goes, my name is Blue the Hooker. I still got my set of balls, you know. And the reason he got the name Hooker, he's got it. You can actually see it. Here. You can actually see it. When he walks and runs, his tail will lay out flat, but it's got the little hook at the end of it. And so when he's running alongside the vehicles or whatever, his tail will go straight, and he's running full speed ahead, but he's got the little hook I know. So it's like, I'm Blue the Hooker, I still got my set of balls. And we all know about the chickens, okay? They got in, somebody left 2 doors open. It took 2 doors to open up, to be open. And he got into the chicken pen and he ate somewhere around a dozen chickens. So I put the song that way. Well, I had a dozen chickens, but I ate them all. Yeah. That's all right. I've already paid for the new ones to come in. And they were the egg layers. That's what sucked, you know, the chickens that they got a hold of. They were the egg layers, and you know, eggs are freaking expensive now. They really are. I love Blue. He's all right. He turned out to be okay. Run away. No, I had to go home, man. I had to go home. But anyway. So anyway, yeah. So we've got this wonderful sunset. But the picture doesn't do it any justice. But we've got rain and snow coming over that hill, over the mountain. And we're gonna get snowed on. It's okay. Life goes on. It's all good. And then we got the boat stuff. But anyway. Oh, girl, what's going on, man? I've got plenty of my own. But anyway, we're not gonna disrupt my life here. I love you too. I really do. I love everybody. Unless you're a chomo. That's it. But anyway, so yeah, so we got a 30-gallon water heater tank here. Again, I'm in the process of making another one, and I will create the blueprints for that. In fact, it's halfway started, and I broke out the welder yesterday, and I did some tack welding on it. But it's a gas-fired water heater, and it requires, you know, some modifications. You got to cut one end of it off and turn that end over onto the other end, and that way it's uniform. Oh, it looks like somebody else. Oh boy. Oh no. Well, somebody else started welding on this thing. They messed it up. Oh, this is horrific. I got to talk to my brother about this one. Yeah. But anyway, so here's your 30-gallon water heater tank. We haven't cut the door into the side of it, of course, yet. And then this is what the bottom of your water tank. You know, if you don't have a complete system in your house as far as water purification, or better yet, water treatment system in your house, this is what you end up, these flakes of calcium flakes. You know, they're and what they do is they build up even bigger and bigger on the floor of your water heater, and over time it makes it to where your water heater won't heat the water. They actually take the heat away from your flame and create something else. And right here, this is a thick piece. This is probably almost a ½ inch thick right here. But this is normally the inside of the bottom of your water heater right here. And unless you have a whole house treatment, that's what you have in the bottom of your water heater. That's why they say, you know, drain it. You got to drain it every year, you know, and flush it out. And that will save, you know, a lot of headache later on. My camera is foggy. Okay, hold on a second. It's probably a little foggy. You know what? Because there's a dead zone. There's actually a dead zone that goes through the center of this property, and it's a dead zone. And the internet connection really sucks. So here's my boat. My solar panels. So I have power day and night. There's ID numbers. We don't need to flash on the internet. It's a cabin cruiser, what I call a cabin cruiser. Then of course here comes the business side of the boat. No ID numbers, of course. That's my evaporative cooler. Summertime, I throw that thing up on the boat. Bam. Nice and cool. We got miscellaneous things here and there. Then we got the cooker. This is my outdoor cooker. Oh, there's tonight's dinner that's getting cold. My brother just left behind. Then I'm gonna throw that thing back on the fire. I actually see the condensation coming off my breath at this point. It's that cold out here. It's really cold. It's gonna snow tonight, big time. And there she is, the bitch that broke my leg. 1981 CT Honda 110. You don't see these things anymore. You really don't. Blue blue. Blue blue. Oh, there's blue blue. That the blue. That the blue boy. The blue balls, the blue chip, the blue collar worker, the blue plate special, the blue light special at Kmart, if we all remember Kmart. Yeah, that's the blue. Yeah, we love the blue. Blue. Where are you? Yeah, that the boy. That the good boy. Of course, I got all the other mongrels out here now because and Bo Jealous. Don't forget about Bo Jealous. So this one here, this is a golden retriever and shepherd mix. This guy. Okay. We do have a pure shepherd out here. Come here, bitch. Nelly Belly, smelly Nelly Belly. She's the pure shepherd. Now, who else we got here? We got Sam. This is your husky. Shepherd mix right here. So all these dogs out here were shepherds to begin with, and this is it. So we got German Shepherd. I believe it's the golden retriever. I think she's pure shepherd. You got Blue, who's pure husky. You got him, it's husky shepherd. And there's another one in the house. We kind of don't know. It's got a little bit of pit look to it, but that's it. I thought Lake Mead was, it went dry, but they were finding like barrels with dead bodies in it and stuff like that. But I thought it filled back up again. I thought, I guess the rains or whatever happened and it's replenishing itself. They actually found old buildings that were underwater, like little communities or whatever, or maybe a little community, and it's whatever. No, I don't have a driver's license. I choose not to have a driver's license. You know why? Because it's too expensive. Oh my God. Well, you know what? I applaud that. You got caught stealing at Kmart. You know why? Because screw the big company. You don't steal from family and friends. You don't steal from your neighbor. You go to the big stores and you get them. If you're going to steal anything, do it. Blue. Well, you see, here's the deal. The other 4 dogs that are here, that's their dogs, and Blue is ours. Yeah, it was funnier than hell that one night. When my brother saw Blue the first time. There's Sammy. The moon's over my hammy. He's licking his rocket. Oh my God, whatever. Oh, they hear the dogs in the back barking. The neighbor dogs. That's Sammy, and Blue, of course, and then Smelly Belly Nelly. And then Bo Jealous. Oscar, he's in the house. He's the one that stays in the house. He's such a little mommy's boy. Whenever we sit down at the dinner table and eat, he'll come up and just sit right beside you. You'd never know he was there unless you look down. I mean, he doesn't make himself known, but he just sits there and he's waiting. Anyways, he's such a graceful dog, but he was actually one of the more aggressive dogs when they first got him. These are all rescues, by the way, and I would consider Blue a rescue because Blue found us. Apparently, whoever had him or wherever he was, they didn't want him anymore, and so Blue's also a rescue as well. And I kind of like that. You know, it's a custom-made. Well, it's not a custom-made dog, but it's a custom dog there. The Blue. Where are you? The community thing. Oh, don't you dare, you faggot. Watch this, watch. 69. Honestly, in those years, because I used to work for the General Motors, Cone Chevrolet in Fullerton. Look it up. I used to work for Cone Chevrolet during those years, and that's when GM went through another big change, and those are the years I'd kind of stay away from. I'd either go for ultra modern, like new today, or I would step it back and probably go into the mid to late 70s. But shit in the middle of that, I don't know. Oh boy, here we go. These are the two youngest dogs on the property, Blue and Smelly Belly. She was a pup. She was basically a pup. I was here the day they brought her home last year, and what happened was she was abandoned. There was a property near where some part of the family over here where they worked. There was a property, and the people, they moved out and they left this dog, and the dog was there for like 2 weeks, all alone. Nobody's feeding her. Nobody's doing anything. And so the family member went over and started feeding this girl, Nellie Belly, and she was hungry, of course, but ultimately they ended up claiming the dog and said, "Fuck it, screw it, just come on over here." So Nellie Belly got brought here, and she picked up on the other three dogs that were already here. They kind of trained her really quick and taught her what was good and what was bad, not to run out the gate when the gate opens. And hey, it's PG rated show, boy. Anyway, and so then we come along with good old Blue, and yeah, he's another young pup. He wasn't much more than a year older when we got him, and that was about a year ago, roughly, give or take a few months. And they absolutely are adorable. I love everything. I just think about everything in my own personal life, with a logical sense. And there's some things that don't make sense, and well, it gets frustrating because if it doesn't make sense, then what's the point of even thinking about it? But yeah, these two are so cute and they're so adorable. They are adorable. I mean, it's just the way it is. Get a room, guys. Get a room. Blue wants to see you again, by the way. Somehow in the magical powers of human canine conversation and stuff like that. Yeah, Blue said, yeah, I want to see her again. What he really wants to do is probably piss on your tires. I don't think he had much of an opportunity to do that. That dog, he will piss on your tires. So, and this is their little sleeping area. This is a little area that I built in. I put in a couple. This is actually just a patio area. I put up the walls for him, and temporary hung a light, just temporary. And then we've got an old wood burning stove here. This is an old Monarch. The Monarch Malleable. Look it up. It's actually a pretty neat little old wood burning stove, where you've got the firebox, you've got the oven, all that stuff. We need to get the exhaust pipes to go up the back of it and then out through the roof. And yes, they've got their foreplay. I've walked away from them. They do it all the time anyway. The dogs around here are smart enough to know when something is needed of them, or they could just go be themselves. And so me standing around walking around them and talking doesn't affect them. It really doesn't. But they know when to snap to, and they come to attention, and they fulfill whatever we need at the moment, which is nothing at any time. But I love that. It's going to happen again too, watch. So anyway, that's the old man in the house calling me. I'm going to go ahead and step out, and I appreciate this. It's been 1 hour, 27 minutes that I've been on. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the people watching. And this is the simple life in the high desert. We'll talk to you later, all right? Thank you.